In rural communities like yours, would you agree that costs are often higher for things like fuel and nutritious food?
Écoutez, encore une fois, ça dépend de certains secteurs. On a des
Once again, it depends on the sector. Some products and services are much less expensive than they are in places like Montreal. Saying that everything is more expensive in rural area is right. Some industries, some goods and services are more expensive, yes, because some areas are more remote. But what we're talking about here is helping children in schools.
Thank you very much. So would you agree that the carbon tax is adding to the cost of food?
Monsieur le Président, tous les études
Mr. Chairman, all studies so far are saying the same thing. Unfortunately, this is the line the Conservatives always fall back on, that the carbon tax, the carbon price on pollution is increasing prices everywhere.
So you signed a press release on September 28th, 2023 with your Liberal colleagues, Mr. Long, who's on this committee, and Mr. Arsenault, criticizing the imposition of your Liberal government's carbon tax on residents in the province you live, New Brunswick, because you said the carbon tax, quote, puts the province and its residents at a disadvantage because it does not take into account its strongly rural character. So, Mr. Cormier, do you agree that the carbon tax disadvantages rural families by increasing the cost to grow, ship, warehouse, and ultimately buy food?
Écoutez, Monsieur le Président, premièrement, je suis content
Mr. Chairman, first of all, I'm very glad to have signed that press release with my colleagues in rural areas in Canada, as I said. There are rural areas that don't have public transit, that don't have alternative transport, unlike in larger cities like Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver. What we've done is ask for a 20% adjustment, a 20% premium for people in those regions. All experts who saw us for the press release agree with us. Every region in Canada must be treated fairly and equitably,